You've been polite for too long. Smiling when you didn't want to smile. Laughing at jokes that weren't funny. Clapping for people who wouldn't even acknowledge you in the street. You've been quiet. So quiet, in fact, that they think that's just who you are. Harmless, agreeable, forgettable. But here's the thing. Silence is not the absence of power. It's the storing of it. And you have been storing far more than they realize. I want you to remember something right now. You weren't born to fit inside their little picture frame. You weren't designed to tiptoe around their fragile egos. And you sure as hell weren't put on this planet to decorate the background of their story. Yet for years, you've been doing exactly that. Why? Because they told you to be nice. Because they told you that aggression was bad. Because they told you ambition was arrogance. And you bought it. You believed them, at least for a while. So you folded your edges. You sanded down your teeth. You locked the best parts of you in a box, buried it deep, and swallowed the key. But keys have a way of working themselves back up. And you can feel it now, can't you? That itch, that restlessness, that quiet pounding in your chest that says, it's time. They didn't put you in chains. They didn't lock you in a cell. They used something far more effective, subtlety. A comment here, a raised eyebrow there. Little nudges to keep you in line. Don't be so intense. Maybe you should slow down. Not everyone wants to hear about your goals. Don't you think you're trying too hard? And like slow poison, you started to believe them. You convinced yourself that shrinking was maturity, that holding back was wisdom, that dimming your own light was somehow noble. But you forgot, wolves don't apologize for their teeth. Lions don't lower their roar to make hyenas comfortable. And you were never built for the shallow end. So you played along. You let them think they'd tamed you. But in reality, every no you swallowed became a steel rod in your spine. Every fake smile became another blade in your arsenal. Every rejection became another reason not to ask next time, but to take. The monster isn't evil. Let's get that straight right now. It's not chaos for chaos' sake. It's not destruction without purpose. The monster is you, unfiltered, unapologetic, unrestrained. The you that doesn't care if your ambition makes someone else insecure. The you that doesn't water down your standards so others can sleep at night. For too long, you've been giving them the version of you they could manage. You let them see the mask, never the eyes behind it. And they grew comfortable. Comfortable thinking they understood you. Comfortable thinking they could predict you. Comfortable thinking they could control you. But comfort is about to get ripped from them. Because once the switch flips, there's no going back. And the best part, they'll never see it coming. You'll walk into the room the same way you always have. Same clothes, same voice, same face. But everything will feel different. And they'll feel it before they understand it. Transformation doesn't happen in the spotlight. It happens in the quiet, ugly hours no one talks about. It's in the 3 a.m. notes you write when the anger won't let you sleep. It's in the mornings you get up before the sun, just to remind yourself you're still in control. It's in the decision to turn every insult into a rep, every doubt into a set, every setback into another sharpened edge. And then one day you look in the mirror and realize the softness they liked is gone. Not because you became cruel, but because you finally became clear. Clarity is dangerous. When you know exactly who you are, you can't be manipulated. When you know exactly what you want, you can't be distracted. And when you know exactly what you're willing to do, you become unstoppable. Your voice changes. Your walk changes. The way you enter a room changes. Not because you're trying to intimidate, but because you finally stopped trying not to. Every attempt they made to contain you is fuel now. Every gate they closed in your face is a door you've learned to build yourself. Every laugh behind your back is a reminder that you never needed their approval to begin with. You don't owe them explanations. You don't owe them warnings. You don't owe them the courtesy of pretending you're still the same. When the monster moves, it's not loud, it's deliberate. It doesn't flail wildly. It chooses its targets. And when you step into your full power, you'll notice something strange. People who once mocked you will suddenly go quiet. People who dismissed you will now be watching every move you make. People who swore you'd never get far will start asking for advice. That's not respect. That's fear dressed up in admiration. And you should never apologize for inspiring it. Rule 1. Never hide your hunger again. Hunger is not weakness. Hunger is proof that you're alive. The people who tell you to be content are the same ones terrified you might take what they secretly want. Hunger is vision. Hunger is movement. Hunger is what wakes you up when the world tries to put you back to sleep. If your hunger makes them uncomfortable, good, let it. Because comfort never built an empire. Comfort never changed the balance of power. And comfort never made them remember your name. Rule 2. Precision beats rage. The untrained believe that strength is about swinging wildly. That's why they lose. Rage burns out fast. It's messy, it's sloppy, it's predictable. But precision? Precision is terrifying. It means you waited, you studied, you saw the openings no one else could see. You strike once, and the whole table flips. The monster doesn't roar for attention. It moves in silence, then lets the results do the screaming. Remember, the most dangerous blade isn't the biggest, it's the sharpest. Rule 3. No warnings. When they cross the line, act. Not tomorrow, not after a dozen second chances, not after you've given them time to explain themselves. If they've shown you their hand, believe it. If they have shown you they're an obstacle, remove them from the board. You're not here to teach repeat offenders the same lesson over and over. You're here to win the game. And here's the truth most can't handle. The monster is not reckless. It is patient. It is calculated. It knows when to strike and when to wait. It knows the value of energy conservation, because every wasted word, every wasted move, gives the enemy time to regroup. The monster doesn't burn out chasing every small fight. It saves itself for the war that matters. The world fears chaos, but what it fears more is order in the hands of someone they cannot control. You're not just unpredictable, you're inevitable. And inevitability, that's the kind of power they can't negotiate with, can't sweet talk, can't bribe. It forces them to adapt or be crushed. Once they see that look in your eyes, once they realize your rules are carved in stone, not scribbled in pencil, they'll finally understand. This isn't a performance. This isn't a phase. This is the final, permanent version of you. And there is no going back. They'll say you've changed. You haven't. You finally stopped lying. They'll call you selfish. You'll smile. Because the people who say that are the same ones who drained you for years. They'll call you dangerous. Perfect. Dangerous people get things done. Dangerous people are remembered. Dangerous people rewrite the rules everyone else lives by. So here's the part they'll never forget. You didn't destroy them. You didn't even try. You simply stopped protecting them from the version of you that was always there. And when they finally see it, when they finally understand what you've been holding back, it'll be too late. So let it out. Uncage the fire. Give them the storm they created when they doubted you. And when they ask what happened to the old you, lean in. Smile. And whisper, I buried that version the day I realized monsters win.